Okay. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season, and now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past, and tonight we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Indianapolis Colts taking on the NFC champions. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, these Colts, a trendy pick to get to the Super Bowl prior to the season, and they lived up to the hype and then some, and now they shoot for their second win as residents of Indianapolis and their third Super Bowl title overall.
And conjuring up images of 2007 when they won Super Bowl 41 with one guy named, what was it again? Peyton Manning at quarterback when they beat the Bears. Remember, that was played in the rain, and that was also played where?
Miami.
Right here where we are now. And then the Baltimore Colts, they won Super Bowl 5 over the Dallas Cowboys. Do you remember who kicked the winning field goal in that one?
Ooh,
come on.
No.
What, Jim O'Brien.
Oh, Jimmy boy.
Knocks down the winning field goal, and the Colts win that one over the Cowboys. So this Colts team seeking another Super Bowl title.
Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they are back again in the big game. It's their fourth appearance, but all coming since the year 2000, Charles.
They've been in it 3 times total, right? Lost 2 prior, right? Lost once in Detroit to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Remember, Mike Holmgren was the head coach of that team. And then they lost that heartbreaker to the New England Patriots when Russell Wilson was picked off. But the win, oh, it was magnificent. That was back in the New York, New Jersey metropolitan area, Super Bowl 48. And remember, they just rolled over the Denver Broncos and Peyton Manning in that one. They'd like to have that kind of performance again in this one.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's Wilson. And he rifles one incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. I think even more so.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points and a 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. From the gun, Rivers. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Mack, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. On 2nd down, it's Hines, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And Pascal's got it. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. A give, running right is Mack. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Colts 7, Seahawks nothing.
390! 390! Right there, 56. I got you. Show me.
Play action now. Rivers. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell there to make the grab. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On first down, Wilson. Steps away to his left. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores, a 3-and-out. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On second and 11 now. Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. Look at the dance and the juke. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. Down from Colts territory, here's a first and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now Wilson escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DeForest Buckner breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. On second down, here's Penny. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. DeForest Buckner. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On play action, Rivers. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man, complete. An explosive 38-yard pickup. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they'd take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
On first down, Hines. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Rivers on first down. A good throw here finding Pascal. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. To throw again on second down. Rivers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, the first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So the opening play in the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Rashad Penny. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is. Right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. We've seen this a few times in this game. That offensive line just, I don't know if you want to call it out physical, out tough, whatever you want to use.
And what people do when that is happening, when they're getting dominated that way, they spread things out a little bit, make it more of a space game, and allow your skill position players to make a few plays out in open field, take away the physical element, gives you a chance.
Throwing is Wilson. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Danico Autry. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Well, you feel the excitement build on those fourth down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on fourth down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on fourth down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on fourth down. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Here's Wilson. And able to find Dorsett. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Wilson. Dorsett making the catch. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. 51 yards. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Greg Olsen there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Throwing again here, Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll get in for the score. And that's going to cut the lead down to 13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. Out of the gun, here's a give to Matt. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a 1st down. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
A 1st down throw here for Rivers. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, Rivers taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A throw out wide caught by Pascal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Now here's Rivers. He'll bring his guys up, and they'll go for the 2-point conversion. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. To the air again here, Rivers. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustmts.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Danico Autry, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties the Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They go screen pass to Hyde. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Phillip Dorsett, 73 yards. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
An ideal beginning of the drive there is they'll get 20 and a first down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
Check, check, lucky. Check.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf, he's got it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Colts pick it up. The 30, 20, 10, 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. And he's got it. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now Wilson on 1st down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. DeForest Buckner, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they've got the hookup. This is Olsen. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And that might just cement